Hello, Roy. So today I continue a little bit with the guitars brands we have today in market. I've met some of them. There's a lot whenever you go towards the professional ones and the tiers ones. So there's really a lot of names. I'll mention all of them. I missed, in fact, some important brands like Manuel Reyes in guitars, mainly for flamenco. Raimundo, also. We have Antonio Sanchez. Okay, Juan Montes. Okay, Antonio de Toledo, also. So they are more or less Spanish. Okay, yeah, I have also Gonzalez. Whom else? Then you have Saers, Saers. I think you call it like that. Okay, guitar and so on. So, personally, Vicente Sanchez, Emmanuel, and so. Personally, I've chosen, three brands, for example, and I've compared the sound, the quality effect of the wood, manufacturing, or also you check the comment of the guitars, who bought such guitars. So here you have an idea. Okay, you have commercial brands, like I've said before. We have also one. So we have Harley Benton. It's more or less Chinese, like Solman. Okay, Solman is a brand from where usually I buy my music tools. Okay, they manufacture guitars, Solman guitars, and Harley Benton also. There are entry level, very affordable prices, and sound is not bad. No, it's very hard to play on there. Okay, so this is difficulty. Like my guitar here, 50 bucks, Chinese guitar I have here, which it's a struggle whenever you get used, you practice on it, and for recordings, for example, for studio, use another one, Admira, not very expensive one, or Alhambra, and so on. Okay, so that's all what I can say today. We have Altamira, Altamira, yeah, and Cuenca, Altamira and Cuenca also guitars. I think we'll stop here with the brands of guitars, so you have an overall idea. So between, let's say, European guitars manufactured or American guitars manufactured in China, and those who are manufactured in Europe, in Romania, for example, while they are, for example, German or Spanish brands, and those who are manufactured, in the center of Europe, mainly in Spain. So there's also a French brand. I was checking that yesterday. Prologue, I think it's a name, something like that. It's similar to the German ones. It's similar, if you like, in fact, German. Yeah, Prologue, I think. Yeah, if you like German guitars, you see, and sound, French ones are very similar. I think they manufacture also in China the guitars, or in Far East, like Yamaha and so on. So, yeah. Harley Benton is manufactured, for example, in Far East. It's between Malaysia, Indonesia, China, and those countries, Japan. Okay, Yamaha in Japan, and so on. So I think the price of wood is less expensive than here in Europe, and you won't pay taxes to import, the wood and so on. Even Cordoba, which is a US guitars brand, manufactured also in those countries, China and Far East. Those are guitars, brands. Now you choose your best guitar. So for sure, you'll have always names, if you can, have a budget of $1,000 to begin, you see, or even 500,000. If you're a beginner, 500 and even 300, 400, let's say $380 are enough for you to have a guitar where you'll be comfortable while playing on it, and you have more or less a professional basics, okay, for your guitar settings will be really for a basic technical guitar where you practice and you progress. And whenever you begin your concerts or even recording, you see, for recording, for example, in my case, instead of buying a 500 or 700 guitar, I've bought more or less mixer equipment, audio input pedals and so on. Okay, so, and my guitar of $50 here, is enough to produce a sound which can be really controlled and modified with all those equipment. Okay, now for the concerts here, you need really a good guitar, so you go up to beginning of 650 euros, $1, $600 around that. $700 in sterling pound is 600 sterling pound. Okay, so those are prices to have the first, let's say, entry-level professional, or they call it also mid-level, okay, mid to advanced level guitar where you can really make concerts with it without having those very expensive concert guitars where you pay, well, at least 3,000, they are around 4,000 euros and so on. Okay. So here, you need a sponsor for sure. You want, you'll buy, for example, one or two guitars, let's say flamenco and classical guitar, and spruce and cedar. Okay, so let's say 4 guitars you'll buy, but more than 4 guitars, you need really a sponsor. Mainly, whenever you reach Ramirez, you see classical guitars and Hermanos Conde and Felipe Conde's today, you need around 10,000 euros or dollars, at least to buy a concert guitar, so at least I've seen the price, it's 12,000 euros. Okay, so you need a sponsor, in fact, to sponsor really your activities. You have Fernando, Caldera, we've talked about that, I think. Yeah, so and so on. Reyes also is expensive, like Hermanos Conde. So those two ones, whenever you buy them, even though you'll pay 4,000 or 3,000 or 2,500 for Hermanos Conde, the old ones, second hand, okay, you'll be sure that the sound will be, gold standard sound for flamenco guitar. And same thing regarding Ramirez for classical guitar. Okay, to be Spanish classical guitar, the gold standard, sound. So it's very important to have, in fact, the idle guitar, okay, to accompany you during your progress. I was practicing right now, I was playing for Bach, because I'm recording the album, so I need really to be ready, really, and to prepare full settings, you see, and equipment I need before beginning, you see, recording the albums, recording video also concerts, I make some video concerts, virtual one, and then you'll have live concerts, publicly, in front of a public in a theater or so on. Okay, so here is the end, third third session, let's say, regarding brands of guitars, and today, well, I give you somehow a gift. So many are wondering, so I'm here also. Yeah, many are wondering. I close the door. There's some thieves, they may steal us. Yeah, leak of information indeed. So it's not to laugh at them indeed. Yeah, so I'll give you a bonus today. So many are wondering, in fact, what is the difference between classical Picado. Picado means like when you play scales usually, or play fast notes, okay. Like we said, he previously played in fact the 60th, 32nd and 64th, note. It's very fast. Okay, here it's a chord. Okay, triples, quadruples. So here I've played 4, so it's a quadruple. Okay, yeah. So there's two techniques, in fact. Classical one is to keep fingers like that straight. So show you here. I have some tools. So usually classical guitarists, guitarists who play classical music, okay, they use the fingers like that. Okay, they keep them straight. We won't make a slur, a gato. Okay. So now everybody's talking about the legendary, Paco de Lucia. It said he's not alive with us, so we call it today Paco de Lucia technique, in flamenco. So instead, in fact, of keeping your fingers straight, you curve them like that, okay? And you pull up. So you pull up and you play other notes. Okay, so my guitar is not well tuned on the E here, so I was playing Bach, Okay, I've tuned it with the D. Okay, D2 indeed. Yeah, so same thing. So it's very important whenever you practice to use the adequate technique, and you're practicing to prepare really the sound. Okay, so you could hear a lot of songs like that. You can still play fast notes, with the classical technique or method. But the flamenco is very fast. So this is a Paco effect technique everybody's talking about, I don't think he has invented, it. I think he has adopted it and he played really fast. So Paco technique, it's easy whenever you practice it. You need to adopt it since the beginning. I won't say you'll have his speed, or my speed, but you'll have a speed, a fast flamenco playing. Okay, his technique is very easy, he plays chords, arpeggio. He's very dynamic and agile, he plays very, and he's changed a lot, the rhythm. So it's not really a last way of strumming flamenco way like that. Okay, so this is a more or less effect technique. Then you learn timing and the compass of flamenco, solea, bolerias, alegrias, rumba, fandangos. I won't play it now, but anyways, this was a bonus, because many think that we are Ferrari, or Lamborghini. Whenever we play, no, it's technique. For sure. You need to spend, 5 hours per day to be able to do this, no, it's very difficult. It's a lot of practicing and to do it, correctly. So usually, if you would like to become a guitarist, professional one, you need to practice at least 2 hours per day. Those are basic hours of practicing. And if you are preparing a new, let's say, music piece, 5 hours you need per day, 4 to 5 hours. You can take a break for sure, but you need to play, for 1 hour, non-stop 1 hour. Okay, I used to play this music 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago, even before. Yeah, 15 to 18, let's say, years ago. Okay, I began 2006-7. And even before guitar, I began the guitar 28 years ago. Okay, but till today, I still have some techniques to not to learn, but to work on, to optimize indeed, to work on it. So I think, so you can see there's no secrets. So you use it in fact first. Okay, and you accelerate. I cannot play on this guitar, you know, flamenco. Already with classics, I'm struggling. Yeah, it's very tough. It's very rigid, you know. I've lowered the action here, and it's still, still something very big, you know. This guitar, $50. I've never bought, you know, so cheap guitars in my whole life. I don't advise you, but it's good, you know. It's not bad. I'm surprised. If it wasn't really very difficult to play on it, you see it's very solid and rigid. You see strings. I don't advise any beginner to begin, you know, such a guitar. It's very rigid, you know, because I'm advanced. You see, player. I've adapted my fingers. You see, I've adapted my fingers on the strings, you know. Spacco di Lucia Picado technique are really right now, so hopefully you will be able in fact to progress from the side. I haven't begun yet really training sessions. Okay, having training sessions, I think in 1 or 2 years, whenever I would have finished, you know, all recordings, all the albums, preparing in also opera. I can vocalize in opera also, so I needed a special training of 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. 1 year, in fact, I finished, you know, training. But I was singing pop, you see, I'm playing music also at the same time. Okay. Playing music in 2025, I bought my guitar here. Precisely 1 month ago. I had in fact a keyboard here, a digital one on a computer, you see. I was using it also to try to compose and to find really my scales, my octaves, in fact, where I sing, to compose also. So here you stop, you know. You see, it doesn't sustain, like I say. This is, well, this guitar it won't sustain, but it's pizzicato. In guitar, it's very important to learn. When I play blues and jazz, I had some friends, you know, musicians, professional musicians. They used to play bass and also guitar, you see, jazz. You see, play a lot. Yeah, it's pizzicato called. You stop, in fact, the chords. You play the note and you put back, you know, your fingers on the chords. Or you take off your fingers off the left hand. And you shut it from here. Okay. but usually whenever you are playing fast, it's the same hand, you know, same fingers. Whenever you play the note, you put it back on the string. Or second finger, you know, it depends. If it's a chord, you know, it's the same finger. If you are playing Picado, it's the second finger. Here, same finger. Those are techniques, you know, harmonic. Those are harmonics. I will learn, in fact, all the techniques. I'm saying that because there's a lot of fans who would like to learn music, you know, without learning the full theory of music that you learn in the conservatory, or that I've learned also with a teacher and by myself also. Okay, they would like just, in fact, to go through a technique and to play some music sheets. You can have today tabs without having other notes, so they put your positions of the notes on the strings and you can play without really. But you should learn a little bit, you see, difference between a seminote, a quarter, you know, semitone, quarter tone, and 32nd, 16th, 8th, you know, 16th, 32nd, and 64. Okay. It was a reminder for myself when I came back here to music. I'm improvising a little bit based on a well-known. So here, for example, I've put in fact the pedals. For example, here it's a mixture in arpeggio. There's also a zappo with the finger, with the thumb. You can replace them with this one, which is easier. You can mix them. You can mix them. Okay, I've shown a little bit how you begin effect. This is our beginning. I've used many books to be honest to learn, and I've downloaded a lot of music sheets for Paco mainly, Paco Pena, I think, Paco de Lucia. There's a lot of musicians in flamenco guitarists. If you would like to be virtuous, you know, you go toward Paco de Lucia effect. Okay, if you'd like to learn traditional, let's say flamenco, you go toward Juan Martin, for example, books, and new also flamenco guitarists who are really into the modern flamenco today, which is very close to gypsy flamenco. This is more or less rumba. Okay. You have the golpe. Don't forget the golpe. You see. Whenever you play effect. You can make a golpe from it. Okay. So I've learned music, and this music I've become playing, you know, in Lebanon. I'm Lebanese, so then in Europe, you know, whenever I had some free time, because it's not really my career. I'm semi-professional, I'm not really professional. Today I'm shifting toward professional because I had some issues regarding my professional activities since I was in Europe, you know, since 2002. Today I've unblocked that. You see, I've unblocked, but they haven't unblocked yet. Okay, I've unblocked, but they haven't unblocked yet. So we are influenced in Lebanon by international environment, you know. So if we are playing guitar, we'll be influenced by Spanish, you know, guitar. If you are singing opera, we'll be influenced by the Italian language and opera, you know. If we are playing pop and rock, we'll be influenced, you see, by more American, you see, music industry than the British one or Canadian one or Australian one. Okay, so we are international in fact, and we go straight to the root, you see. We don't learn, for example, flamenco or classical guitar or Spanish guitar from a French or from a German, let's say, school or teacher or so on. Okay. And whenever it's Oriental, it's Lebanon, you know, the cradle. Whenever it's Oriental music and so on, Lebanon with Egypt. There are two, in fact, maybe Syria, but more Lebanon. Okay, main cradles of Oriental music. I have some relatives and friends who are really professional, very good in the Oriental music. This is more or less a Paco de Lucia. They talk a lot about Paco de Lucia technique. This is his technique. Now I play the traditional Spanish flamenco because it's Spanish. So he doesn't play like that, more or less improvised, let's say, scales. He has his well-known scales, you know, and like I said before, compass. So he play a compass of Fandango. So I played in fact with some friends, child friends, and then other friends, you know, adult friends and so on. Some music pieces together. They were pianists more or less, you know. I couldn't overpass, you know, the chords with them and some improvisation. Okay, so anyway, tremolo, this is tremolo, this is flamenco tremolo. So flamenco tremolo is 4 notes in fact. I've learned in Lebanon also whenever I played Recuerdos de la Alhambra. Recuerdos de la Alhambra is classical, it's 3 notes. So. Okay, yeah, well, I've played in fact Romance, if you could see in the videos, recorded videos previously, you know, you can check Romance. I played it arpeggio in fact. You see? This is a duet. And I played it tremolo, you know, technique. Flamenco one, because there's the classical one at 3. And there's a flamenco one. Then there's the crescendo, the crescendo. So everything for today. Hopefully I could help some rising new stars in music. Okay, my name is Raimundo, and today I'm an opinion leader and a professor of university and science and technology in Lebanon. I've lectured at the university. I've worked in France also, but there's a blockage here, so there's a geographical issue with the French system. Okay, I think they are very jealous. I think it's a problem. Badly intentioned people and very jealous, you know. They are afraid that I become wealthy. Okay, they are blocking me the doors and stealing me and offending me and inciting on violence against me and so on. This is why I persecute even demonstrate the views in fact offend me in Australia, not just the cops. Okay, and we've given them a checkmate, we've given them a checkmate. Okay, because a political community cannot really block my life anymore. I mean, a politician in his position, I mean, he's doing his job, he's doing his job. Okay, he's neither my friend, he's my enemy today, especially if I'm living inside NATO countries. Okay, so those who incited him on violence against me, okay, they have the reason. It's hatred, jealousy, you come to a country, you're a foreign immigrant, you have some skills. Instead of endorsing you, they begin entertaining those racist haters and fanatic xenophobic haters like that you see with your privacy, with your life, by offending you and so on. You can understand with the context. So even though I'm here today, there'll always be bullying and so on, but I'm not leaving because I have a lawsuit against them. I won't drop it. Okay, I continue pursue my work, as long as I'm not really making an income, a reason of you see the blockage, the racism and hatred and jealousy mainly. This will be added, you see, to the damages and interest we are requesting, since 2020 from those sides. I won't say their names. Okay, so everything. I continue preparing the courses and modules here. I mean, if there's anybody you see who is interested to be coach in guitar, music, and so on, there's nothing anymore. There's nothing. They are inventing stories, every time they invent something since 2002, really, to block my career, my studies, and so on. Okay, well, there's nothing on me. Okay, so I've kicked them out of my life today, all of them, and they won't return back, never ever. I'm calling a lawyer shortly, really, to begin prosecuting them, okay, to have my damages and interest. We celebrate with this music. Okay. You can transform it into jazz. So don't worry, there's nothing important, just hater governmental employees, cops mainly, some politicians and Jews magistrate, because it's a network, it's a circle of corruption, of hatred, of bad intention, and they throw a lie and they turn in the circle of their lies, propaganda and so on. Well, there's nothing, okay. I know what I've done, what I haven't done. I've done anything wrong, and I've incited on, like I've said before, on ensuring our security. So if somebody has weapons and he's supposed to ensure your security and he turned against you and he's behaving like a dangerous enemy, what you do? You ask some good people, who have also weapons to eliminate him, so, to neutralize his evil, there's no magistrate really today to ensure our security, and let those racist, jealous, fanatic thieves and xenophobic haters continue, you see, continue blocking our lives and playing dirty games and so on. Okay, so there were nothing, it's a big lie. They are turning in a circle inside it, all of them. It's made by Donald Trump and white supremacists, you see, Emmanuel Macron, the French cops, Australian cops, Daniel Amblin, David Piper, Sharon Freund, the magistrate. I filed a complaint against them, you see, by William Windsor in UK and his cops also. It's not something, which is consistent, in justice court, you see, while we have 18 plus charges against them today, really, including this matter. They are talking about to block my life, extend bad things, and to continue playing dirty political games and so on. Okay, so see you soon, very soon. in less than 1 year. Okay, I'll be ready with the full albums of music, with the concert, with the lessons, also preparing lessons. If you could surf a little bit on YouTube channel, there's science and technology lessons. I'll be preparing also music lessons. Okay, so everything. I just wish to recapitulate a little bit the situation, conditions of life and work, and who really I am, and where I've studied. I've studied in Lebanon. I'm Lebanese. That's why they are annoyed of me in Europe. You know, whatever I'm doing, they are annoyed. Mainly the French of them is if not British and Australians. Maybe German Americans also, they are today involved in reason of, like I've said before, incitement on violence against me by those who are annoyed of my name, of my success, of my identity. To be, you know, Christian, it seems that you see in Europe is a big matter today. Oh, it's in frame of the Israeli, you know, Lebanese war today. They've taken part with the Israeli against us. To recapitulate or to summarize in one sentence, you know. Okay, so I've sent them my best wishes and 18 plus charges, you know, with the lawyer, you know, and hopefully we'll never meet, not even in justice court, you know. I did the lawyer to represent me. Music sheets, I have them in Lebanon, all of them. Okay. Played by big guitarists, you know, and composed by them, and they're in fact composers. Okay, I play either old music sheets, you know, like Bach, like Isaac Albanese, Asturias, you know. Even if the arrangement will be different, you know, you could see Isaac Albanese music is like that. So if you would like to arrange differently in music, you will make it like that. Yes, this is the difference between, and more you can change it also. It's the end song. By the way, if there's any leak of information here, it's time to laugh a little bit at that. Okay, robbery has came since 2002, you know, from the side of those gangs and mobsters, you know, and circles, you know, worldwide. We know their identity today. We don't wish to talk about them anymore. Okay, we try to disregard a little bit their identity, what are they, and go straight, you know, to judicial trial against them and so on. Oh, what is this? This is a tiger, no? Leopard? It's in South of America, yeah. South America, yeah. So like I've said, I won't play really copyright protected music pieces. I play public, you know, domain music pieces, mainly Bach, Soul, Beethoven, Paganini, Isaac Albanese, Tarrega. Well, I have the names here. See. Okay, Vivaldi, Chopin, Granados, Caroli and Carcassi. I won't play them they are short and very classical, so like this one. I've begun with that, with Carcassi and Caroli. Those were my first music pieces, you know. I've learned 1996, 1997, 1998, okay, 1999. And 1999, 2000, I've begun the official program of conservatory, you know, of 80s. Well, I finished it in 3 years, I think, because I used to play every day. So indeed, this stress is from conservatory Lebanese program of music. So, so there's any leak of information, you know, it's national Lebanese program of science and technology and music also. Okay, so the guys there are very competent, like me, you know, because I'm one of them. In France, I couldn't do anything, you see, not even a project. Even my degrees, you see, I've done them with my Lebanese relatives who return back to Lebanon right now. It's a little bit tough, you know. It's grandiose, you know, to put the E2. So we add the E2 to the E3. So E3 is E2. See, you play them both. Okay. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know if it's the joy of the end of this drama we are living, or they don't want to end it, you know, from this side, because from my side it's over, you know. They destroy the walls, they destroy the world, they burn everything. So there's nothing, you know. I mean, I know what I've done, what I haven't done. I know who I am. Okay, so I want to provide a lot here. There are scales, you know, you play them. You can play C major, you can play C minor, okay, and others. Here you go maximum speed, you know. They were saying I'm doing maximum speed. This is not maximum speed. This is 64th. Yeah, this is 64th, you know, tone. Now, if you go maximum speed, I think you make 128. I'm not using a pick, I'm using my fingers. Said I won't really go loud, you know. It'll be every time you see I present more or less a compass. For sure, I have a lot of books here. I bought a lot of books, advancement, because there's a lot of techniques today. So and also to study. So we shift to Italy or to UK. Italy. So every single you see today flamenco guitarist, male and professional of them, will add, like me, like we say, will add his own like I've done here, I've shown you a little bit how you change the arrangement. His own taste, you know, to bolerios, for example. That's what Paco de Lucia has done. Hasn't invented, you know, the flamenco, but I mean, he played, you know, he performed some very difficult music pieces, like Zardas is one of them, Tico Tico. So I've taken note about some of them, so, to prepare them for you. And many are telling me Paco, Ramsey, you know, this is my name is not Paco. Ramirez, Well, it has gone. Oh, yeah, I'm here. No, you won't click anything, you know, we are streaming live. Today it's November 17th, you see, it's a Monday of 2025, today is 2:30 p.m. Europe time, Central Europe time, and 1:30 p.m. you see, London, you see time. So those are, whenever you play on one chord, for example, here also you will need a different technique. Whenever you play on one chord, it's you see. So it's Paco de Lucia, you know, and Altamira. Anyway, yeah, I'm laughing because you don't know me yet, and I'm one of also those guitarists who play virtuos, you know, using guitar and so on. Well, I went to Paris 20, I think they had there more or less a club of flamenco. There was something wrong happening. It seems, in fact, I'm not welcome in France. This is what I could understand. So since 2002, I'm not welcome in France. So I'm still in France to this problem. So people were really weird there. I won't play romantic, you know, music here. Yeah, neither loud. I remain flat, neutral. Yeah, to join and to play with some flamenco guitarists and so on, and friends. So I don't know, since then, you know, those gangs are targeting me. You see, I'm not welcome. Because I was surrounded by my friends, I couldn't notice that, and none of them told me anything. There were a lot of Europeans, not just, you know, Lebanese like me, or immigrants. There were French, Aboriginals, there were Italians, Spanish, Africans, Germans also, a few British, Americans, a few. You know, I've learned in Lebanon. I've optimized it in Europe here. Yeah. Well, as a practicing, it becomes easier. You know, like I've told you, I don't advise you to begin on such guitars, very cheap and very difficult to play on them. I had another guitar, Admira, you know, flamenco guitar. The price of Admira is very affordable and the sound is very loud. So now for the concerts, you know, they have high-end, they call them. okay, guitars. But you need a less loud sound to because it will in fact mask, you know, it will mask the note you are playing. So if it's very loud, let me give you an example. If you are playing, here you can hear the note, you know, it's E2. F2, G2, A2. So this is A2, this is B2, and here we get a new octave, you know, with C3. So here C3, C4. You can sing with it. This is a chord of C major. Okay, so here you could hear clearly the notes. Now, if you in fact have a loud sound, you see, and a strong resonance of the guitar, which is the Admira, you know, it's a double breather, you know, matter with the Admira guitars. So from one side, it's good, you hear loudly, you know, the music. From the other side, it masks, you know, the note. You see, so but anyway, I love them, you see. It's not because they are cheap, you see, but I mean, it's price quality, let me say. Okay, it's a price quality. You have the Spanish sound, and you play well on them, you see. So everyone told me Yamaha today, Cordoba, you know, American brand, American Chinese brand or Japanese brand, you know. I've compared them to Admira, you know, which is gold standard, let's say, for students, Spanish, classical and flamenco guitars, okay. With for sure Alhambra. Okay, Alhambra, they are a little bit more expensive because they fixed this issue, like I've told you, of very loud sound, you know. They are more balanced, we call it, you know, in music. Okay, so whenever you are learning music, you don't care if the sound is very loud, but I mean, it should be heard and it should resonate. Here it's resonating because I've put pedals, you know. Okay, I put pedals to modify the sounds. So I put just here, there's microphones, you can hear in fact. The guitar alone, you know, without microphone, I'll take it off. You see, I'll put just a microphone. So there's no resonance. Okay, with the pedal, you see. So you can see it was just the guitar, and here it's both, guitar and pedals. So it won't add anything because there's no resonance in the guitar, so it may change something, but you'll hear mostly is pedal, So here it's another training, for Picado and how you play them and how you accelerate. So you can begin, So you need a metronome whenever you begin. You can use your foot, to make it as a metronome. You can see, you notice some guitarists whenever they are playing, they make with their foot, steps 1, 2, 3 to find in fact the beginning and the end of music sheet and so I'm not doing legatos here or slow. We do it a lot in flamenco music and also classical, but flamenco is very expressive, like it's slow, And slides for sure. So positions of your fingers and how you move them, is very important also. It's a lot of training. So whenever you be my student, I'll teach you, it's a bit a secret, here, or not secret, but a few guitarists, can do that. In rock, it's very easy, with the electric guitar. I have one in Lebanon also. You just put your fingers, and whenever you touch, in fact, the strings, or you can produce with a pick, a sound, and you accelerate it. You can go very fast. I have a pick, I've used it with the acoustic guitar. I have both. I've never bought an acoustic guitar in my whole life. It's my first, It's similar to the electric guitar I've dropped, you see, in 1999. Yeah, it's all. I bought it and I haven't used it. I've used it, I think, once, twice, 3 times. I wasn't interested, in the electric guitar producing sounds, distortion. And more I went toward gypsy flamenco and classical and Spanish, music. Okay, meet us in the coming concert. Okay, so like I've said, in fact, rock is different. They put their fingers like that, they produce a huge sound, I have it, like I've said. Whenever it's a classical guitar, it's this one, it's a worst of all, to play on it. Picado and the Flamenco, that's the technique. But anyway, whenever you play on this one and you shift to the Flamenco guitar, more professional and so on, it becomes very easy for you to also play. That's why I've kept it and I practice on it. The comeback was in 1 month, it's fast. Okay, with Romance, with Bach, also Prelude. And you can modify it, begin it with Romance and transform it, like we see, into romantic Spanish. you use the same scale, more or less. And you add some lyrics and you become, in fact, a singer. Do it, you know. And this is triplet. We can play it differently, you know, a different technique, you know. Okay, so our techniques. So join us in our, not yet, our summer school for classical and flamenco guitar, you know. You need to subscribe, you know, register, in fact. If you are in Europe or you are in Middle East, Asia or in Africa, you know, you need, in fact, to register online. It'll be daily. All fees of entrance depends on your situation. We are human beings, you know, and human people. Okay, I won't say we are Christians here. Okay, so it depends on your ability. But we need, in fact, to make a ticket of entrance to avoid saying, you know, why this student hasn't paid anything and I'm paying. Well, maybe he got a fellowship, you know. So jealousy will begin. Jealousy is human, you know, but to block my love for 23 years and to continue extending that, it's more than jealousy. There's something wrong, you know. And throwing lies and lies and lies. Okay. It's more than a jealousy, you know. It's a predatory behavior. Somebody, you know, like a predator who tasted, you know, the prey flesh, you know, and I won't say blood, but anyway, and he doesn't want to drop his prey, you know. So indeed, so I can become a predator too, you know. You could understand. Okay. And your countries, maybe not in my country, indeed, and the whole region of my country, you know. So it won't be easy for you. Your last chance, you know. With all what we've asked for, you know, I won't repeat that here, it's not appropriate. Okay, so we turn back to our humanity, you know, and summer school of opera, Tino baritone, of guitar playing, and if you would like to get enrolled in science and technology, you are not obliged to, you know, if you are pursuing a degree of engineering and computer science or biology, life sciences, you know, not just biology, pharmacology, genetics, and so on. And you would like, in fact, to get enrolled, you are welcome. As something legal or illegal in your countries, I don't know, and USA, Canada, UK, Europe, and Australia, I don't know, I'm asking a question. Is it legal in your countries or not? I don't know. Because I thought it was legal, you know, to like that, in fact, make coaching, some sessions, to earn some extra money, you know. We are here for that, to work. We are not here to entertain you and you see hater, cops, politicians and magistrates and royals, you know, without privacy in our lives. And so it was time to put the dot over the I, you know, and say, game over, we are back on track. You could see here I'm playing the quadruplet tremolo. So this is one, tuck, 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 and it should be, you know, rhythmic. Same timing between every single note. Tuck, 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 tuck. So if you follow, you know, our summer sessions or winter sessions in music, you know, you learn to be organized and to practice, you know, daily and to reach the goal you would like to reach, you know. continue, you know, with love songs. You'll finish by crying. Okay, so I play Gypsy Rumba. I used to play it for Gypsy Kings, you know. I've also bought a book. He's a newbie. I was glad to read them, you know, to remember what I used to play 18 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Okay, he has taken them from well-known songs or music, you know, pieces. Many songs, there were Lambadas, there were Hotel California and Gypsy Kings music. Okay, it was the first demonstration of muscles, no, not really, of flamenco. You see, it's rumba and solo. I played, one after the other one. I don't wish to go a lot toward romantic, you know, rumba. You begin crying. It's really for gypsy, sad stories, you know, life and persecution, and so So if you'd like to learn how to play like that, you know, virtuos. You can take a session with me, you know. Or, in absence of Paco de Lucia, he was a big master, you know, maestro we call them, we used to call them. I've contacted him once, I think. I don't know if somebody from his children has read, you know, my email. I invited him to play in Lebanon. He played in Biblos. Is it by coincidence or Biblos, you know? Okay, I was glad in 2013, I think he played. I was there, I was in Lebanon, I think. I couldn't be present. I had already the issues, you know, because those guys are busy making me issues every time I'm doing something, you know, something important, something professional like everybody, you know. I'm trying to work I mean, also in my privacy, you know, to have a relationship with because I could understand all of you, you know, with privacy. I won't talk about that here, you see, but anyway, to really settle with a girlfriend and so on. So they are busy guys in making issues. I don't know what they say, in fact, to the judges whenever they be convoked, you know, or prosecuted, for what reasons they were doing that. Jealousy is not enough to escape, you know, a complaint. War, leak of what? Leak of nothing. There's any. You ask for a contract, they decline it, you know, 100% with them, you know. And whenever you leave for another opportunity, there's a leak, there's nothing, there's a terrorism of state, you know, political persecution and discrimination and so on. You could understand, no? You could understand the lesson of Picado today. So sometimes I end with that, sometimes you link a slide, you know, with the Picado. Sometimes you play on 2 strings. It's very recurrent, you know. And sometimes you play on 1 string the first note and you play Picado on the 2nd string. And here you should be very fast. The position of your fingers should be very distant, you know, to avoid, you see. A blockage while moving your fingers, you know, from a string to another. So what I've played is more or less, you see, Paco de Lucia technique and Picado, not really the classical one I've talked to. Whenever you have, in fact, classical guitarists playing Spanish music, they use it, you know. You know, but I'm using more or less on Paco, more or less technique. Okay, with that I end today's talk. Hopefully it was fruitful for you, you know, and interesting session. You learned something new. Like my grandma used to tell me a long time ago, you know, you need to do something, you know, fruitful and good every day, and God will, you know, kick out of your life evil people and Satan and demons, you know, surrounding you. Thank you, my grandma. May your soul rest in peace. Missing you. I thank you for all your moral lessons and cakes. I used to, to prepare, and real to me, you know, whenever I used to visit you, and then whenever you visited us, I was glad to serve you, you know, with my mom for 10 years. Okay, our young people, you know, and family first. With that, I end, you know, I thank everybody, you know, I thank every single person who is here really to surround this matter and to look after his children, to what they live, what I've lived, you know, and other children have lived, you know. We should be one hand today, huge solidarity, and we should really, even though they are, you see, governmental employees in their positions, high profiles, we should really stand in front of them whenever, justice is from our side. Okay, it's not a problem, poverty, you see. I was never poor, I was never very wealthy. I'm in middle class, you know, I'm satisfied. till today, it's my situation. It's not a problem, you know, poverty or to be middle class. Problem whenever you fall on those predators, okay, who will exploit you, who will block your life, who will steal you, and then accuse you with fake charges and hide behind political immunity of their politicians and juridical immunity of their dirty and corrupt magistrates offending us. You see, here in fact, it's over with us, it's dead, like we say, with us, except if you like, in fact, to be abused at all levels and to be very badly treated. They try to reach us again and come back to our lives. That's why I prefer to work with new systems than the French one, Australian one, American one, you know, who are dishonest systems of corrupt politicians, magistrate, cops mainly, and royals. Okay, now they continue extending and banning. Continue. It's because this is the only truth today. They belong to the same circle. You know, I won't talk about the circle because there's some good people, you know, musicians and others from also those secret organizations and circles and so on. Okay, political parties and so on. But anyway. So maybe I'll relocate and live in Andalusia, which was a long time ago part of our Phoenician Empire, you know, 6,000 years ago. That's why the music is very close to our Oriental music, you know. They've stolen the music from us. But anyway. So lack of information, knowledge, you know, and sciences and literature was from the East toward the West. Now in the West they've developed, you know, different things, but it continued in the East, you know, it hasn't stopped. So if they try to stop it today with the armies and so on, so I think there will be a shock of culture and military shock today, political and military shock. It's what we are watching today. Okay. Even if my name is Ramsey, you know, I'm Euro-Semitic and Christian Catholic. Okay, but I always do what the Bible has said, you know, give to Caesar what is to Caesar and to God what is to God, you know. So whenever we take something to somebody, they can in fact file a complaint against us, but to not use our girlfriends and loving relationships for professional matters and lies and political persecution and so on. It's too much, you know. Let them do that, you know, and then return back and talk to me. I mean, so about leak of what? It's for Lebanon, you know. I've learned that in Lebanon. Now we can work with the USA, we can work with Canada, we can work in France. It's blocked, it's closed. In UK, same thing. Australia, same thing. So we can return back and work, you know, with the Middle East, between Lebanon and Gulf countries and so on. So who's gonna go to prison for offending me now? Okay, so we could see I'm relocating shortly in less than 1 year. I'm living here in my corner. It's very noisy. I don't need any more AC noises. I need really very quiet environment and good neighbors, not troublemakers and stalkers and thieves and haters. You see sent by the cops, French cops mainly. I'm fully disgusted of them. Okay, that's why I'm speaking English. British were up and down and they got an issue with the crown today. Hopefully they fix it, you know. It's not because of me, it's because of them. It's because of them. Because of them. Nobody obliged them to offend me, you know, in 2018 in Australia. there were the cops, you know, on the street also. They study, you know, in London. You know, they make some trainings in London. With New Scotland Yard, you see, and so on. So, intact property for Lebanon. Israeli neighbors do not steal from us anymore, you know, but they meet our French, British, Australians, and Americans. Okay, it's illegal to steal, you know. Okay. Oh, they would like to work with Japan, you know. They would like to work with other countries, the Americans. They go and work with them, you know, with Israel, with Gulf countries. Everybody is free in his life, you know, to choose his partners and the countries where he would like to settle and work with, and so on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the best one is Stardust, you know, Stardust. It's been a long time I haven't played. I played it in 2006-7, I think. 6-7. In 2 years, I become 18 years ago, you know. Improvise. I have the scores for this one. I won't play Paco 1 for CD. I play, in fact, the original one. Vittorio Del Monte, I think it's his name. Vittorio. Vittorio. Yeah, Monte. Vittorio Monti, it's from 19th century, in fact, Italian. Yeah, it's for violin usually, but it has been arranged for the guitar. So and Paco has also arranged it in a different way. So it's very beautiful, Paco, you know, arrangement. Well, anyway, it's for Paco. Maybe we'll use a different arrangement you see for Zardos, you know. There's Tico Tico also, Tico Tico. Tico Tico. Tico Tico. Yeah. I don't know if you can play it, so those one, in fact. Yeah. No, yeah, it's very fast, Tico Tico. Okay, I'll leave you right now. Take care of yourself, all of you, and those who are listening to those sessions. Hopefully, you'll find in fact what you are looking for. Okay, and like I've told you, disregard anything coming to you from side of my haters and long-term predators. I've disregarded them, and I've mandated a lawyer, in fact, to prosecute them because they don't have any limit of persecution, neither in the town, neither in UC, neither in geography. So they follow us even to Middle East, opened us to Australia, to Romania, to Italy. So inside the NATO countries and outside them, you know, they don't have a limit. So they are really nationalist. I don't think so. I think they are predators, in fact, putting their head in my head, and I should really send them to prison, or at least free myself from their presence in my life. Okay. Take care of yourself, all of you, wherever you are, and don't worry, be happy, you know. I'm back. Just and real 100%. I'm back 100% and real. So yeah, good news. I received my whiskey, Scottish whiskey. Okay. I think when they said this week. Yeah, 2 days. That's some good news, finally. Like that, after those sessions, I'll be able to drink a little bit, to relax. I have my cigar here, my pipe, my cigar is there inside the room, closed room. Yeah, I have my pipe here, so just to relax, you know. It's not, I'm not a smoker, I won't become, you see, addict, I'm a big smoker. To change the taste, whenever we are speaking about. Oh yeah, it's cancerous, you know. So it's very dangerous smoking, mainly a cigar. We had a lot of friends who were deceased with the cancer of lips or mouth or throat or lungs, you know, reason of cigar smoking. Cigarette is less toxic. My father was a big smoker of cigarette, you know, he used to smoke 2 to 3 packs per day. I was shouting, that's why I'm not a smoker, because I was always fighting against my father. Okay, yeah. He passed away, well, I think accidentally and, well, maybe murdered also. But some guys targeted me today, okay. So, our enemies are trying to impose themselves on our lives. We don't want them to be a part of our lives. Okay, so, anyway, yeah. Yeah, I know, I'm son of my father, I fight till the end. He taught me how to fight, and I thank him. Okay, well, he offered me first guitar, you know, I thank him also for that. Whenever he used to enter to the house, he used to ask me to play Asturias, I still remember. Whenever I used to end, you know, playing, he used to applaud to me. Bravo, he used to tell me. Yeah, bravo, nah, yeah, bravo. It's also Lebanese, so to say bravo, yeah. Okay, take care of yourself, and it was today's session, last session for guitar brands, and then you can check by yourself, you know. All luthiers, usually guitars are expensive, but they are good also. They are different from factory, you know, and mass production guitars like Alhambra. That's why Altamira, even though it's cheap, but it's, you know, hand made, you know, small shop guitars. Okay, so artisanal indeed. Guitars and so on. That's why I like them also. I don't regret, you know, so I regret throwing maybe my ex-Flamenco, but maybe I will buy again a new Altamira. Okay, they are handmade, and except this problem of very loud sound they produce, you know, boom, like that. So, okay, everything is great in the Altamira guitars, and more, they are not expensive, very expensive, you know, or between 200 and 800. Okay, so if you, throw your guitar, or if you would like to modify something in your guitar to allow the action or something else, here, for example, I've pierced it, so I've pierced this guitar. I've fallen on a bridge, you know. Yeah. There's a bridge which will link, you know, 2 parts, because it's annexed, you know. It's assembled, I think so. You know, there's a bridge here. I've fallen on a bridge. I've spent, you know, 1 to 2 hours because I don't have the full equipment really to. I had a knife here. Okay, so I could see, that's why I bought, you know, a cheap guitar to manipulate it. Otherwise, if it's expensive, I mean, you take it, you know, from your room and you put it back, you know, on the stand. Yeah, I have two stands, you see, guitar stands. So you take it from your stand, you know, and you put it back. You don't touch to it. You pay attention to it. You know, you're afraid, okay, to hit it or to make it fall or so on. Okay, it's more as concert. You know, you use it usually. You put it in the jig bag or the bag you see you have, and so on. You take it to the concert, you know, and then you put it back in the bag and put it again in your room, you see somewhere. And then you practice on some cheap guitars like this one. So you could see you feel yourself free and hitting it, and even I mean, cutting, you can cut the chords, for example, the strings, you know, you can cut the strings and change them. I have here a new set of strings, okay, beside me here. Usually every 6 months, but this time I think, because I'm practicing daily and for hours, so 3 months maximum, 2 to 3 months, you need a new set of guitar strings and so on. It's difficult to change them. It's not really, I mean, something good to do, you know, something pleasant. But whenever you're a guitarist, you know, and practice a lot, it's part of your job, like we say, of your daily routine. Okay, yeah. For the acoustic guitar, I've changed them once, and I've changed, you know, first string 3 times. That's why I'm not playing on the acoustic guitar. I'll put it back in the bag, you know, and I'll put it in the room there, because the first string, the smallest one, E, it's E4, you know, I mean, it cuts, you see, every 2 months. Every 2 months you need to change it. So I bought really here a new set of 10 new strings, you know. Well, I mean, it's a standby, like we say. It's a spare. It's a spare set, you see, of new strings. Okay, so that's everything. I'll make from now on, you know, small sessions, and be small sessions, you see, of maximum 30 minutes. I won't really talk a lot and present and go up and down, you know. And the session will have a title, for example, Fast Picado or Flamenco Picado versus, you know, classical Picado techniques. Okay, they'll be short, in fact, very short, 10 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes maximum. If I'm playing a music piece, you could see it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes. 1 minute, it was just a part, you know, a demo. I was testing for myself more, you know, than for the auditors. Okay, take care of yourself and catch you later. I'll keep you informed regarding subscription, you know, registration for some effect schools. There'll be collective schools, virtual ones, okay, of, well, let's say 1 hour per day, okay, and summer, if you're free during summer, 3 months, you know, summer. Usually it's July, August, and a part of September. Some students can free themselves, you know, around June, but many of them, they still have exams till the end of June, you know, July, August, you know, mainly July, August, and like I've said, first 2 weeks of September, you know. We'll make it 2 months, you know, of summer sessions in classical and flamenco online music. Okay, collective, you know, so at least, let's say 4 students, 3 to 4 students. Yeah, well, one-on-one, I've mentored, I've coached, you know, online one-on-one. It's very, very personal, you know, it's very personal, and I won't do it anymore. Just, in fact, collective, like we say. Okay, so yeah, classes and so on. If you're interested to play Paco de Lucia, don't begin. I don't advise you to begin by Paco de Lucia. I have a lot of books here. I can advise you, with one of them. Okay, Juan Martin, for example, is very good. I began with that, like I've told you, 18 years ago. Okay, for classical, I have also a full program of conservatory. So if you can follow the conservatory courses, that'd be great. Personally, I couldn't because I'm champion in athleticism. I was more or less the captain of basketball team, and I play ping pong also, from time to time. So more, I had my studies, so it was too much for my father also. For my father also, and just for me. Okay. Even though my mom wished me to play guitar and the music instrument since I was 8 years old. I used to play judo at the time. She told me, what do you want from judo, all the time fighting and beating your classmates, so much. So make some music instrument. I was 7 or 8 years old. I told her, no. And then I shifted toward athleticism, basketball, ping pong, and 15 years old, 14, 15 years old, I returned back to music. It was a break of 5 years. Okay, so I won't waste my time with as well, wasting my time for 5 or 1. There's nothing, to waste my time for. Okay, hopefully it's a Persian hell, and not just go to prison. They are telling me, that I'm heartless with them. Hopefully they're Persian hell, I don't care about them. Okay, I filed a complaint 2020, I don't understand. Whenever I file a complaint, my complaint should be retained. There's neither blue, neither yellow, neither minors, neither majors, neither anything. Okay, there's outlaws who are in their positions, who are coward, hypocrite, running forward their crimes and offenses. It's everything. Okay, and they offend, in fact, their victims for sure. They think we are crazy, we won't really raise our voice and contact, experts in justice and other fields of politics and so on, to find us an umbrella and to protect our AIIHC competences and skills and projects and achievements, of long years. Okay, we are back. I'm back. Okay, I keep this video here. Hopefully it'll be also a lesson of strength in front really of corruption and haters and discrimination and bullshitters mainly. Okay, who mumbles a lot but do few things. Okay, who are nothing for us, like I said before, and not just prison, either. They disappear definitely from my life, definitely. I don't any mosquito, any parasite in my life. All of them perish in hell, all of them. Okay, I won't shed a tear. I won't regret really my wish. I regret one thing: trusting them, treating them friendly. It's the only thing I regret. I apologize for that. In front of a judge, indeed. I don't know why I was in front of this judge for being competent, I don't know, maybe. So today it's my turn to send them in front of a judge. French, Australian cops, wise FBI officers, politicians, and the magistrate of Australia. With some royals, maybe too? Let it be. Amen. Okay, message over. And have a nice session, all of you. And like I've told you, do not regret anything, because be faithful, even though you're atheist, be faithful, do not be satanic, or mainly that, it's the opposite. It's walking upside down in the society to be satanic today. Well, be in fact faithful, we make a wish, like we say, okay, look to the stars and say to the cosmos, be with me, that the power of this cosmos, endorse me, be faithful. Like, it's very important. Very important, because negative charges are everywhere. So what we call Satan or demons, they always in fact perturbate your in fact path. So they're always here to perturbate, and to annoy, everything you are doing. those negative charges, you know, sooner or later, the nature will eliminate them. Okay, what we call God also. Okay, so be faithful, in fact, and something very important, and put, in fact, your countries and your daily life under somebody who is behind your existence, you know, and behind more or less who you are. You know, we are not here to create human beings, you know. We imitate the creator, indeed. We imitate the nature, but by the end, you know, we return back to our nature. And our nature is made by somebody else. Okay? Keep safe with this philosophy of life. You know, I leave you, so I am, after all. Hopefully, I'll be able to settle, you know, in different country or less toxic e-cigarette employees who don't have limits of extension of bad things, who are blinded by their hatred and cowardness. They are cowards. They are afraid to go to prison. That's why they are targeting me. That's why I'm going to Paris. I'm going to meet in person a prosecutor with my lawyer, you know, and to end it, you know, with them.